And welcome back to African Perspective as we continue to give you an African perspective on the U.S. elections as that race continues. Of course, it is a tight race between Joe Biden as well as Donald Trump. Next, we give you a perspective from Nigeria. We're joined by SABC correspondent Phil Ihaza, who's joining us from Abuja. So, Phil, yesterday what we did was that we played the videos of a parade that took place back in October. And I wonder whether you were able to get in touch with any of those people just to get a sense from them about what they make of the early numbers that came through.
Well, thank you, Aldrin. We haven't gotten directly to the organizers of that parade that you saw, that has actually, been online for quite a while now and has had a lot of views all around the world. But what we know is that it's from a Christian organization in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And they were put together. They were actually organizing that parade in support of Donald Trump. So that's the best of what we know. We know that there's some kind of Christian organization, most likely an Orthodox church in the southeastern part of the country. Why they were organizing that campaign and for what purpose, of course, we know is that they were just drumming support. But of course, we know that that support does not count in terms of the number of votes, that will be collected in the United States. So it's just some form of support. We've seen quite a number of others in Lagos where people are putting up crafts, putting up beautiful drawings in support of Donald Trump, all about the elections in the United States. Really.
And there's a lot to be said about the Nigerian experts who leave for the United States and chasing that American dream. And I wonder with the election of either of the candidates, whether that American dream would still be revived.
No doubt indeed. Many people are having looked at the kind of treatment that people have gotten, especially Nigerians and other parts of Africa in the past 4 years, looking at the strict restrictions on immigration policies that has been placed, that has also affected a lot of Nigerians and other Africans moving to the United States to either rejoin with their families or source for greener pastures that they have been nursing. No doubt lots of people are hoping that if at all the victory goes in the angle of Joe Biden, they are expecting or hoping that those restrictions or strict policies will be lifted and it will favor a lot of Nigerians. But of course, we also have the school of thought or the group of people that have stuck to the fact that they still prefer a Donald Trump to be in office. But of course, like you said rightly, a lot of people are also expecting that the vote swings or the election swings in favor of Joe Biden, yes.
And the sense of during this period of Donald Trump's tenure and when Donald Trump decided to impose migrant visa restrictions on Nigerians, citing national security concern, do you get the sense at all that some Nigerians believe that this was unfounded and it could actually be rooted in racism?
Yes, you can get that kind of sense from, certain quarters, especially on social media, people exercising their views. But there are more people saying that that's actually a disappointment on the part of the Nigerian government not upholding, the country well enough to allow its citizens be treated as such. Many people are saying that the excuse might have been for security reasons, security breach, but they felt that, if the government had done more, the U.S. government would have found a way to ease those restrictions and make things even better. Because you can't, make this assumption that the entire country needs to put its acts together. There are people that go there legitimately. They also, we have a lot of successful Nigerians in the United States. A couple of them have actually won, some victories in the past, this current elections in the national, in their Congress election. So many Nigerians are saying that, I mean, that reason for restricting immigration movement to United States is not supposed to affect all Nigerians. There should have been some kind of profiling by the Nigerian government to ensure that people can still relocate easily or visit the United States.
And just quickly, the Nigerian government's own security restrictions currently in place. Just quickly touch on that for us.
Well, indeed, the Nigerian government, before now, just a few days ago, had some states imposed a curfew because of the fallout of the NSAT protests, which turned violent, where we saw several people looting and, you know, destroying government properties and all that. But at the moment, the security situation in the country or across the country have, of course, improved, and it's not as it was as at last week. So things are getting back to normal. People are going about their normal activities and, you know, putting their agitations more online than on the streets.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Phil.